SFL Nation, there is no need to check your audio settings. You heard it right here first. You got Eddie Gage doing play-by-play today. First time ever. I'm nervous as hell. Alongside with me is Anthony Ellison doing color commentary. Yo, SFL Nation, what up, though? And welcome to Richard L. Snowden Memorial Stadium. Hey, we got two 2-2 teams. Minnesota coming in to face these Denver Nightwings. Minnesota won 2 straight games after starting the season 0-2. Denver, on the other hand, complete opposite. They started out 2-0 looking like world beaters, but have lost 2 games since. Yo, Anthony, what are your keys to victory in this matchup for both these two teams?
First, I want to say, Eddie, it's an absolute pleasure being with you on your first game play-by-play. What we're going to see is 2 offenses that likes to run the football and pass the football. They're top 5 in the league in total yards offense. It's all going to be about how the defense is going to stop them. That's going to be the key for today's game.
Absolutely, and Denver will be defending the South goal as Minnesota gets the ball first. Bright, sunny skies out here. Looks like perfect weather, but anytime you're playing football for a living, it's always perfect weather, Anthony.
Oh, absolutely. It's a beautiful day for football.
We are underway. Ball is kicked out of the end zone. Kicker Jordan Bradshaw already setting the tone, not allowing a kickback. On offense for Minnesota, you got quarterback Johnny Reno, former MVP. In the backfield, Isaac Knox, Colin Hart, and Jay Bomber at fullback. Wide receivers Queg Mam, Deezer Power, Jay Taylor, and E.J. Minson. We'll get to the rest of the roster after this first snap. Line up in a double set 3, wide receiver and a tight end. It's going to be a 3-step drop. Surveys the defense, finds his receiver E.J. Minson on a comeback route, picks up 5.
And I like that right there. Come out there passing on first down, knowing the defense is looking to run the football with Colin Hart. You come out, nice little hitch route, good 5-yard gain.
Good 5-yard gain, and now they're showing their versatility. Sign up in an odd joker set. 2 tight ends, 1 back, going to hand it off weak side of the A gap, but nowhere to go for Colin Hart as he picks up 1 yard. Oh, we got a man down already. 2 plays into the game. Linebacker Chuck Diesel for Denver is down in the field.
Very important. You got 17 tackles for the season. You definitely need them because they're going to run the football down your throat, and you need all your linebackers there to fill the gap to make tackles. So let's hope he's okay.
Good thing for Denver, their roster is stacked, including 4 linebackers, so hopefully he won't be missed. Nonetheless, man defense here for Denver. Surveys the defense, gets it out, and finds his man for a first down at around the 38-yard line of Denver. Great pickup by Deezer Powell.
And great pickup by the Legends offensive line. Picking up the blitz, giving up time, recognize man coverage. That's a great way to beat it. Inside leverage, nice little slant route. Got the open for the first down.
Arrows, slants, and crosses are the toughest routes in the SFL for man defense. Here we are, 3-4 defense by Minnesota. Kind of surprised to see, by Denver. Surprised to see this defense for them. I'm not sure they showed this before this season. Nonetheless, they're going to attack it right up the A gap. Colin Hart picks up 4.
In showing a 3-4 defense, the key thing is that nose tackle. If you can get penetration on that center, it's going to free up your linebackers to make moves. They're going to be making a lot of tackles in this 3-4 defense.
Joker set once again. You got E.J. Minson lined up as a tight end, Gonna survey the defense, gets the ball downfield, and looking for E.J. Minson running a 9 route, but unfortunately, unable to come up with the grab. Gonna set up a 3rd down and 6.
And Eddie, that's perfect. That's what you want. One-on-one coverage with your 6'5" receiver down the middle. You just gotta come up with it. Great play by the safety.
3rd down and 6, split spread. Set here for Minnesota, 3 wide receivers, 2 backs in the backfield, split off to quarterback. Gonna send a man in motion to the far side of the field. 5-step drop. Survey the defense. Look at the offensive line putting in work, but unfortunately the ball is ill-timed out there looking for the first down reception. Unable to come up with it for Minnesota. It's Jay Taylor gonna have to punt this ball away.
Great time in the pocket. Had all the time to look through all the progression. This is just a coverage that was really well for Denver. Good stop on 3rd down.
Punting this ball away for Minnesota's Mickey Manello playing both kicker and punter for Minnesota, going to leave fair caught at the 27-yard line for Denver. Denver's going to come out on offense. Quarterback Trellis Blanton, Jeremy Mosley, Bailey Oshani, and R.E. Mills complete the backfield. Wide receivers Dylan Lewis, Jay Viper, Michael Goodman, and Logan Keel are wide receivers. Tight end Michael Klinect. And you got on the offensive line Gene Benazzi, Kiera Cool, Marcelo Martin, and D'Angelo De Jesus. Triple left set. One wide receiver off to his left. Gonna pitch the ball off short. And gonna manage to pick up a first down as wide receiver Jay Taylor. Nice pitch and catch and scrambling for the first down.
Denver's going to come out passing. They're going to come out with a spread, 3 wide receivers. I love it. Underneath route. When it's a cover 3, that's going to be your opening. It's going to be right underneath there. Good drag route. Gauge the ball out ahead so the receiver can go up the field and get the extra yardage.
First down and 10 for Denver. They're going to take advantage of this field position at about the 38-yard line. 4 wide receivers on the field, but going to hand it off right up the middle as Bailey O'Shaughnessy going to pick up 5. And I like that. Spread the defense out and run it right up the gut.
That's one of my favorite ways. If you want to run the football but still want your wide receivers, that's going to be open right there. You saw it was only 5 defensive people in that box. So good job with the blocks to get a good run for first down.
Strong eye Joker's pair going to hand off to the fullback, R.A. Mills, right up the A-gap. Picks up the first down before being tackled by number 47 for Minnesota. That's Derek Meerkat.
I'm already enjoying the play calls I'm seeing on both sides. Fullback dive on second down. Defense wasn't ready for it. Just a quick hit. First down, Denver.
Triple right formation. They stand with this 3 wide receiver set with a tailback off to the quarterback's left. They're going to send a man in motion. That's Dylan Lewis. Minnesota showing man. And again, they're going to hand this ball off to the strong side, but unfortunately only going to pick up about a yard. Going to set up second down and 10.
That was a good play by linebacker Stephen Black right there. Before Bailey was able to break the tackle, was able to wrap up and shut him down for no yards.
They love spreading this Minnesota defense out here early on. Going to hand the ball off again. Same play. This time going to the weak side of the field. Going to pick up about 4 yards, set up a third down and 6.
And what's key on that running play is your receivers on that far side. If they can hold up their blocks right there, it's going to take a long developing run. But if they can get to the outside, those are big gains.
Strong eye spread here on 3rd and 6. Got 2 backs in the backfield. Going to send a man in motion here to the near side of the field. Man defense showing blitz. They do bring it. Got to get the ball out quick. And they say going to pick up the first down. I'm not sure. It's going to all depends on where they spotted it. But as it stands, it's going to be a first down, Denver.
Yeah, quick play. I was going to be surprised they didn't. Yeah.
Axel Raven not happy with that placement of the football.
Let's see the replay here. See where he landed and got touched, where the football is. Very important is the nose of the football. Is it past that first down marker?
Oh, yeah. It's close, but I think he got it.
Yeah, I think he did.
He caught the ball. It all depends on what they say he was marked down at, where initial contact was made. This is 50-50.
Yeah.
And they're going to overturn it, so Minnesota's going to win the challenge and keep the timeout in Axel Raven's pocket. Nice challenge there by Axel Raven.
Great job up in the booth recognizing that that was a thing you need to challenge, and good job telling the coach, let's do that. Great call right there.
Great call. But look, hold on, hold your horses. 4th down, they're going to go for it. Offense is on the field. Trellis Blanton calling out the signal. Going to be a 3-step drop. Looking, no one's open just yet, but he finds the receiver. Oh, it's dropped. Ooh. Mike Klinect could not hold on to it. Not sure the defender got in his line of sight or what just happened there, but a golden opportunity missed.
It looks like took his eye off the ball at the last second right there. That was only the second 4th down attempt for Denver this season, and now they're 0-2, and now there's decent field position for Minnesota.
Decent. How about great field position for Minnesota? About 8 yards short of midfield. looking to get the upset here on the road in Denver, where they were upset last season, looking to make amends. Minnesota is after that narrow defeat last season. Tight triple, 2 tight ends off to his right. Gonna be a quick 3-step drop, gets the ball out quick and finds Jay Taylor between the defenders, between the strong safety and the corner. That's gonna be a first down, Minnesota.
Second drive, first play is the pass. I love it. Quick hit, 3-step drop, get the ball out of your hands before that safety got there. Great throw, good first down.
Now here they are on Denver's side of the field. Fans getting loud in here, trying to support their team. 4-3 defense, got the strong safety down in the box. Gonna be a 3 robber, and sure enough, Minnesota been studying film because he was right there to prevent that first down from happening.
Yeah, and that was great timing, so it wasn't pass interference. Recognized, like you said, Eddie, they read the playbook right there and was there to knock it down in time.
2nd and 10, gonna be a bunch formation, 3 receivers in a diamond, off to the quarterback's left. 3-4 defense, 3-step drop. Time is running out, it's gonna escape, and Johnny Reno is gonna pick up the first down. Great hustle, great play recognition. He saw the blitz coming off to his right, got out of harm's way, picks up the first down.
I love it, and then also saw that the linebackers, they dropped back in coverage, so they couldn't see, and I love it. Step up in the pocket, look for that first down. Great job by Johnny.
Nickel 4-2 defense to combat this split spread. Johnny Reno gonna hand this ball off, but nothing doing. It's gonna be a loss of a yard for Minnesota.
And great play by the 6'7", 315-pound defensive end Hugo Renos right there, shedding the block and getting the tackle in the backfield.
Once set again versus this 4-3 defense. But he a quick 3-step drop. Looking, but time runs out. He gets hit, evades the tackle, but boom! Down goes Johnny Reno, as got lucky once, but second time was a charm here for Denver. He goes down for his first sack of the game.
Back-to-back plays by Hugo Reynosa right there. First a tackle for a loss, and then a sack, not giving up on the play.
3rd down in a country mile, 3rd and 16. Quads formation, 4 wide receivers on the field, gonna be countered by a 4-1 dime defense. Only 1 back on the field. Parker Thomas goes in motion to match the man-to-man defense. Press man formation all day to throw. Johnny Reno stands still in the pocket, gets the ball out, and it's complete. E.J. Minson on a reception, 3rd and 16. Defense has got to be disappointed.
And that's a long developing play. So for that to get off there, you got to have time in the pocket. Didn't move. You know it's man coverage, Eddie. You called it out. To beat man coverage, go and drag across the middle and just get past that defender right there. Great throw and a great 3rd down.
You see how he got open? That was a nice rub route right there. On defense, we call those pick plays. On offense, they call them rub routes. Tight triple formation, 2 tight ends off to Johnny Reno's right. Gonna hand this ball off to Colin Hart, who's getting a lot of attention here by this Denver defense, only picks up 2.
Now, when Minnesota does get into the red zone, they're 6th in the league. They like to score at a high rate. They're 5th in the league with close to 3 touchdowns in the red zone when they go in there. So this is looking good from them.
Split twin set, gonna get the ball out quick, but nothing doing as Denver, again, all over it. Not letting them get anything going. Isaac Knox, the ball carrier.
And you got to appreciate that when you have linebackers that can cover running back so quick right there. Good job recognizing the play and going out and making the tackle.
3rd down and 5, split spread. We've seen this a couple of times. It's going to be man-to-man defense. They're going to bring both linebackers on the blitz, but time runs out as Johnny Reno, for the 2nd time on this drive, goes down with the sack. And guess who? Hugo Reynosa. He's got money coming in the bank, and he wants it right now, Cam.
Oh, my goodness. 2 sacks on this drive alone is phenomenal. And the thing is, you got one-on-one coverage. You can't have that with this type of player right here. Nice little swim move over the offensive guard and got a sack right there. Now they have to settle for a field goal.
Field goal upcoming for Minnesota. 33-yard field goal attempt. Mickey Manillo, 7-season veteran. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. 3-0. Minnesota strikes first here on the road.
And Eddie, going into the season, Hugo Reynoso only had 1.5 sacks. What a way to double your production right there, getting 2 in this drive alone and stifling this Minnesota offense right here.
You know, it's all about opportunities, and he made it. And again, 2 sacks in 1 game. He's got money coming. His agent is looking up over towards SFL headquarters saying, pay my man his money because I need my 10%. Short kickoff. Minnesota on the return, going to get it out to the 33-yard line. Nice return. Wonder if wind's going to play a factor today in the kicking game.
Absolutely. Now Denver gets the ball back. Went for it on 4th down. Let's see. They had a good drive. They just had a little stall moment there. So let's see what they do coming out for the 2nd time.
Gonna go 5 wide, countered by man-to-man defense by Minnesota. 3-step drop, looking for a receiver downfield. All kinds of time. Gonna find a receiver, but it's getting knocked away. Nothing doing here by Logan Keel. That ball's knotted away.
And you see that counter right there, Eddie. If I see 5 wide, I want to send a little more pressure because I don't want the quarterback to be in the pocket for that long because it's gonna be trouble for the defense.
I'm with you, especially if you aren't getting a lot of sacks on the season. Got to bring pressure. You don't want them back there comfortable. Doubles left, looked here again. Going to be a 5-step drop this time. Looking downfield, got all kinds of time. Gets the ball out, and wow, complete for a 1st down on Minnesota's side of the field, just short of the 40. 1st down, Denver. Jay Viper with the reception.
And the thing is, like, look at Bland in the pocket. Is really calm and collect. Move the feet, but the eyes is still down the field. Recognize that you have an open receiver, and what a throw. That's a dime. That's how you throw it over the defender. Great throw and a better catch.
That was a great throw right over the defender's outstretched hands and into his belly. Great throw there by Trellis Blanton. Gonna go 5 wide again. This time they bring pressure. Gets the ball out quick, but unable as the receiver, Logan Keel, unable to turn around in time. That ball was right at his throat before he even turned around and located the football.
That was a little too early. If the bunch formation, you gotta let the play develop. You have somebody going on the drag route there, just threw it a little bit too early.
Triple right this time. 3 receivers off to his right, ready to send Logan Keel in motion. Minnesota playing their hand, gonna stick with this zone defense. 3-step drop, looking for a receiver downfield, fires down the middle of the field, but unable to come up with it as Matthew Alvarado was all over that one.
Yeah, and that was a great defensive play to collapse right there. You thought the catch was going to happen, but good job knocking the ball away. Not a pass interference, just great coverage.
Great coverage by this Minnesota defense. When they are on that game, this defense can win games for you by themselves. Gonna go 4 wide. Blitz is coming, looking like from the weak side. Gonna be a rollout. That blitz is coming. He rolls away from it, recognizing it, but his receiver unable to come up with the ball as Minnesota played that very well. Johnny Bravo stood between himself and the football. No chance in hell that play was gonna get completed, and Minnesota defense holds.
This is great film study. Recognize when you roll out to the right, they're looking for that backside receiver, and they had 2 people on it to knock it down.
Jordan Bradshaw going to kick this ball away. He and Mickey Mello both serving double duty, punting and kicking. Great punt. So with 1:11 left in this ball game, Minnesota's got a lot of field to get into scoring range. This ball's going to be starting around the 12-yard line.
This is a good time for Denver to set some pressure. They're pinned back a little bit so you can get a stop.
4-3 defense. First time we've seen this look today out of Denver. Going to be a run out to the strong side, and Colin Hart going to pick up 4 yards.
And I love how Denver is collapsing to the ball here. Good job stopping it before anything else can happen. 4-yard gain.
The name of the game is to stay ahead of the chain. Strong out jokers now here for Minnesota versus this 4-3 defense. Going to be a strong dive right up the middle. Going to pick up about a yard. Is Isaac Knox, the backup, but a damn good backup for Minnesota behind Colin Hart.
And guess who? Reynoso again. Love it. Coming, playing DN, but playing that defensive tackle spot and just beating that guard every time.
Strong spread here for Minnesota. Got Johnny lined up in shotgun to give himself room in case they bring the blitz. They're going to send a man in motion out to the weak side of the field. Deezer Powell going to receive this ball, going to throw it across the field, and finds Deezer Powell, but he's going to fall just short of the line of gain, and Denver's defense holds.
You know, those linebackers are all over those drag routes right there. I thought that was going to be a first down, but good job, Chuck Diesel, right there in the middle, getting that tackle.
That's the end of the first quarter. Starting the second quarter here soon. Stay come back with us, fellas. So I'm anticipating Minnesota's going to punt this ball away, and they will. But I believe he has the wind at his back this time around. Now the flip has been flipped. Punts away. No pressure for Mickey. Going to get fielded at the 30-yard line. And a nice return, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the penalty is. Oh, you got to be kidding me. A block in the back on Denver. Going to push them back.
If you see the name of the jersey, don't touch them. That's
exactly
what called every time.
They teach you that as far back as Pee Wee League. And that's, yeah.
It's not going to help you.
No, not going to help.
Like, not in the play alone. You didn't have to push them in the back, and now you got to push. You start the offense back further.
So, originally going to start at about the 41-yard line. Now they're going to get pushed back to the 26-yard line. Going to spread out this Minnesota defense once again. 4 wide receiver set. Trip set. 3 receivers off to his right. Going to hand this ball off to Bailey O'Shaughnessy. I love it. Spread the defense out, run it right up the gut. Pick up a 5.
And that right there, I want to see more of that, Eddie. Spread it out, but run the football. Make them honest to keep those linebackers in the box.
Exactly. Out twin set. First time we've seen this for either team. 2 receivers off to his left. Tight end to his right. Going to be a toss out to the receiver side, but Minnesota is all over it. In fact, they're going to lose a yard. Jeremy Mosley disappointed.
I need Mosley on that play, Eddie, to bounce it to the outside. That's a pitch. You had a good seal block by your tackles. Get to the outside right there. You'll get more yards.
Put it back inside, he did, and lost out on an opportunity. Look at Minnesota here, this defense. Gonna be a 5-step drop here. Surveys the defense, gets the ball out, but unfortunately unable to find a receiver. Play got held up in traffic. Logan Keel unable to come up with the connection. Got to punt this ball away.
Zone blitz right there. Delay, corner blitz on that backside. And great pressure. Forced the ball out when he didn't need to for incomplete.
Started out with a penalty, and it was all down here from there. Gonna have to punt this ball away back to Minnesota. Look at the hang time on that punt. No chance of a return there. Great tackle on special teams for Denver.
Don't sleep on a quality punter right there. That is so key. When you can put that much hang time, that gives time for your team to get down there to get a good solid tackle.
And that was Tank Bennett on special teams. Long-time safety, 5-time All-Star. You know they're poisoning the magnitude of this game when they got this guy playing special teams. Nickel defense, you got a wide 9 off to the left side. Hugo Reynoso got blocked, had no chance at that play, and Minnesota picks up 3. Jay Balmer with his second carry of the game.
And I like what they did there. They motioned the running back to try to pull that linebacker out of the middle to do a fullback dive. That's a really creative play call.
Strong guy jokers versus his 3-4 defense. I would run it right up the A-gap. That's exactly what they do. And going to get a great pickup. It's going to be a first down and more before being tackled on Denver's side of the field.
And running it to that A-gap right there, I do appreciate the cut back to the left side after the initial run. And look, keep your legs going. That's why you don't skip leg day in the gym.
Never skip leg day, as Arizona posted it in team chat a few weeks ago. Never skip progression day. It's progression day, fellas. Get them all in. Bunt set. This is 4-1 dime defense. They're going to toss this ball out to the right side, but Isaac Knox, there's nothing doing. Pickup of 2 and tackled by guess who? Hugo Reynoso.
And just everywhere, it's not giving up on the play is Reynoso, recognizing that the play's on the outside, disengaged from the block, and made a play.
That is his 5th tackle of this game already. We aren't even at halftime yet. Split twin set, going to be a toss out to the weak side. This Denver defense is having nothing out of this offense. Anytime they line up in traditional sets, they've been all over this run game for Minnesota, excuse me.
And you haven't heard their name a lot. So John Martin and Jimmy Burgett on the outside linebackers are pushing those running backs in to stop the run.
Quad set. Time running out, and Hugo Reynoso down again. Hugo Reynoso, whose muscles barely fit in that jersey. He is making a name for himself today here, Anthony.
Look, you got to start putting a second blocker on him. Obviously, one-on-one is not working in the run game or the passing game. So that's when you got to put your second tight end or a running back to chip him so he doesn't hurt your quarterback.
Or slide protection his way. Either way, you cannot leave him one-on-one because he's having a game for himself. This ball is going to be punted away and lands into the end zone. One of the few times you see SFL returners make the smart decision to not field the ball.
Great awareness. Stand on the 10-yard line. Anything behind you, let it go.
Going to start on the 20. So far, Denver yet to scratch the scoreboard. Looking to change that on this drive. Lines up in a double set. Going to be a strong power eye to the near side of the field, but nothing doing as Matthew Alvarado continues to show why Mexico City's been trying to get him re-signed over there season in and season out since he left.
What a way to shoot the gap. You saw the pulling guard from the backside there, but wasn't able to block anyone. They just shed right in and got the tackle.
Trip set, 5-step drop, time running out, got to get out of there. Avoids the sack, managed to get back to the line of scrimmage, but Minnesota starting to hone in on this passing quarterback, Trellis Blanton.
And look, Eddie, both of these defenses, I talked about in the beginning of the game, they came to play. They recognize that these offenses are very potent, so they're doing everything they can to shut it down.
Going to roll away from the blitz, find some time, and are you kidding me? Finds the receiver, Jay Viper, who scrambles down the far side of the field, and ref, where is the flag? He was tackled well out of bounds, ref. What's going on?
I know what happened. They were focusing on how great that catch was. They threw it behind the defender. That was a purpose throw to throw it backside, and what a way to undercut the route and made a catch. They were looking at that. That's why.
Now, if that's a quarterback, they got to throw the flag for sure, but since he's a wide receiver, they're going to say he's a diva. He'll be just fine. But great catch and run nonetheless, and Denver flips the field. Doubles left set. You're going to send a wide receiver in motion. Minnesota zone defense. Mark Mello looking to make a play. Gets the ball out quick before he can get there and picks up a first down. Is Mike Klinek on the reception.
And then people are going to look past that. That's a hard catch. Just recognize that you jumped up in the air with one hand, and you came down with it when somebody was hugging you. That's really tough to do right there. Spectacular catch.
Especially as a tight end. Wide receivers, they make those catches in warm-ups, but these tight ends, they aren't necessarily known for making those kind of spectacular catches, so shout out to him. Just outside of the red zone, or the green zone, the offense likes to call it, trip set. Going to be a big 7-step drop, looking downfield, throws it off short, but Minnesota's defense, again, great pass breakup that time, looking for Michael Goodman.
All over that drag route. Great job, Denver, from the start. Picked up that multi-man blitz right there. But great job also on top of that from Minnesota for covering that one-on-one coverage.
Triple set this time out of Denver. Going to send Mike Klinek, who just made their reception a moment ago, in motion. Quick 3-step drop, looking to get the ball out, got a shuffle out of the pocket, finds a receiver, and gets a great block from Jay Viper and picks up a first down inside the 10.
It looks like number 45, Matthew Alvarado, got like lost in that zone and recognized that somebody went past his face, and that was perfect. Great timing to let it happen to make a throw over the middle.
Golden opportunity here. We talked about it pregame how Denver, they get inside the SFL red zone a lot, but often have to settle for field goals. Can they score here? They're going to send a man in motion. Minnesota this time electing to play man-to-man defense. They got a blitz coming from the weak side. That blitz comes, gets the ball out quick, and touchdown! Denver, are you serious? Great job, Jay Viper, reading the quarterback's eyes, just followed him into an open spot, caught it, has to hold on to the ball despite a vicious hit, and Denver takes the lead.
He knew exactly where to go in that coverage. The safety was playing too far back, ran right to that opening, and sat there for the quarterback to make a beautiful throw. What a way to be turning a red zone field goal into a red zone touchdown. That's the difference in a win.
Absolutely. You always want to come away with points when you get inside the SFL red zone. And all too often this season, especially those last two games, Denver was not able to do so, but they capitalized on that first opportunity to do so here and take the lead. So now Denver's going to kick this ball off. 4:13 left here in the first half. Can they keep the lead, or does Minnesota strike back? Coming out of the end zone is E.J. Minson, makes a man miss before finally being tackled and brought down at the 26-yard line. Hey, SFL Nation, it's been a minute, and we hope you haven't forgotten. It's a simple push and smash the like button. Help the community out, y'all. We just crossed the 8,500 subscriber mark. To subscribe if you haven't already done so, and you will never miss a live stream, highlight, or podcast. Thanks for support of the Virtual Football Network and the SFL. 3-4 defense, tight triple, two tight ends off to Johnny Reno's right. I run it right up the A-gap here versus this 3-4 defense. He decides not to, chucks the ball off, and finds this big tight end off to the weak side of the field for a pickup of 4 yards.
So we right now, Minnesota needs that MVP, two-time All-Star Johnny Reno to conduct a 4-minute drive to get some points on the board.
Points on the board is what Minnesota would like to do to shut this crowd up, who's really letting him have it right now. Johnny Reno is strong eye joker set, gonna hand the ball off to the A-gap, but wow, nothing doing. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play.
Yeah, and that's the other defensive end, Gerald Cumbis right there, able to shoot down, rip through the lineman, and made a tackle before and right at the line of scrimmage.
How many defensive ends do you know are 268 pounds? That's normally a defensive tackle. But nonetheless, here comes the blitz by Denver. They pick it up all day to throw downfield. And oh my goodness, I thought they were going to come up with that reception. Unable to do so. That was almost the play of the game there.
Yeah, if you throw it just a hair bit past him, he doesn't have to go up there. Great recovery by number 24 to be able to knock it down and get a good tackle on him. That was almost the play of the game.
4th down and 6. Minnesota had to punt this ball away, and now Denver has an opportunity to extend their lead to close out this first half. Ball is punted away, going to be fielded at about the 29-yard line. Return straight up the field. No dipping and dodging there as Jay Viper gets tackled at the 35-yard line.
Now, obviously, every drive is important, but Eddie, this one is important from Denver because if they can get points on the board, I believe they get the ball back at half, but this is something that they can take a bigger lead, which is going to help them in this game.
Going to spread this defense out 5 wide, empty bunch set with the bunch being to the right side of the quarterback. Going to be a quick 3-step drop. Finds the receiver downfield, but unable to hold on to it is Logan Kill as he was hit right as he was trying to bring that ball into his belly.
And all day today from Minnesota, they've been playing that underneath drag route pretty well. So let's look to see if Denver can throw a different pass route.
Yeah.
Maybe post over the middle, something different.
I don't blame him for trying to get the ball out quick whenever you go empty, but nonetheless, you got to throw in different wrinkles against this Minnesota defense. Looking downfield and finds a receiver open. for a gain of about 15 yards. Just on the other side of the 50, first down, Minnesota. Jay Viper strikes again.
All-star at his finest right there, making the play for your quarterback, going up at the highest point and bringing it down. That's what you love to see in your receivers.
Jay Viper already over 100 yards, and he looks up at his agent and tells Cam, send me my money. Empty bunt set, 47-yard line, going to be a quick three-step drop. Denver's got the slants covered all over like a blanket, but they're not looking downfield as Logan Keel picks up yet another first down for this Denver defense, this Denver offense.
Look, a little bit longer of a play right there, but when you have time in the pocket, you can find your third progression. They had two people open there. It looks like people were looking in the backfield and not at the receivers. Great throw.
Great throw indeed. 2-minute warning. Will they get the playoff before that? We shall see. Doubles look. He will snap it and hand the ball off to his tailback, who picks up about 4 yards. That was his best carry in a while, Bailey O'Shaughnessy.
And once again, now we're in the red zone, getting close to the red zone again for Denver. Last time they scored a touchdown.
That's going to be the 2-minute warning here on VFN. Trellis Blanton surveys the defense, looking left and right, barking out the signals. Got his tight end off to his right. Gonna hand the ball off to Bailey O'Shaughnessy, who cuts left, picks up a few more yards, and to set up a 3rd down and 2. Nice cutback there by Bailey.
I love the vision by Bailey on that run. Just cut it to the left, get a few more yards. This is a very, very manageable 3rd and 2.
Vision is a thing with running back you cannot teach. You either have it or you don't. I Joker set, 2 tight ends on the field. 4-3 deep, gonna hand the ball off. Gonna pick up the first down get it by an extra yard or so. Jerry Mosley, former tight end, former wide receiver, and now he's playing tailback for these Denver Nightwings. Now they gotta go hurry up here. Doubles left, man defense. They're gonna bring the blitz, gonna cut out left, picks up about a yard on the play, and Denver's gonna call a timeout.
Yeah, so now you got 2 timeouts, about 1:19 left. You can still run the football if you need to, but you definitely have your eye on the end zone.
Absolutely. You want to turn these red zone opportunities into 6 anytime you can. Triple right set here for Denver. Trellis Blanton looking downfield. 3-step drop. Guys to get the ball out quick. That ball is almost intercepted. Trying to got a big greedy there looking for the end zone, but he got pressure in his face. They can thank the pressure. I think that was Mark Mello who got up in his face.
Yeah, and Johnny Bravo almost took that back to the house.
To the house, he did.
That was dangerous, so dangerous.
4-1 defense versus this quads look. 4 wide receivers on the field. 3rd down and 9. Gotta have it. Gonna be a play action. That fooled absolutely nobody on 3rd and 9. But he gets the ball out and it's batted away by this defense in back-to-back plays that Minnesota almost created a turnover. That time it was Nicholas Frosso.
Bend don't break defense right there. Good job recognizing the drag route was coming back over to the right side and almost picked that off. Looks like Denver has to settle for a field goal, which is not bad because it'll be a 1-score game.
32-yard field goal here attempt for Jordan Bradshaw. 8-season veteran, 3rd with Denver. This ball is up and it is right down Broadway. Denver takes the lead 10 points.
There's still enough time. You got all 3 of your timeouts here if you're Minnesota. You definitely want to try to push the ball to get some type of points before going into the halftime.
That was Jordan's 11th field goal, successful field goal this season out of 13 attempts. So now 56 seconds left in this game. Ball is kicked off to Minnesota. It's going to be returnable. E.J. Menson gets a nice cutback before finally being brought down at the 30-yard line. So 51 seconds left in this game. How aggressive does Minnesota get? But as we usually know, that answer is predicated on 1st down.
We're going to see if they're going to be settling to go to halftime, or they're going to push the ball down the field. You got your timeouts to do it.
Johnny Reno calling out the signal in the huddle. Looking things over. He sees a 4-2 defense. 3 cornerbacks on the field versus these 3 receivers. They show blitz, they bring it, and Hugo Reynosa brings him down with the assist of his teammate, Gerald Cumbus.
That man's everywhere this half right there. You gotta pay more attention to him.
I spread look. Quick 3-step drop, gets the ball out quick on a wide slant. Picks up about 13 yards and a first down, and Minnesota elects to call a timeout.
Okay, that's good right there. Call the timeout. You know, you want to get a little bit, you got to get a little bit, about 20, 30 more yards to get into your kicker's range.
Parker Thomas checking into the chat. What up, former Scorpion? I miss you, bro. 4-2 nickel defense here by Denver. Going to be another quick 3-step drop, another slant route, and picked up and brought down just shy of the 40-yard line. So Minnesota having no problems moving the ball downfield in this drive.
So right now, you know, your kicker long, Mickey, is 45 yards. So you're getting close to his range. About another 10 yards, you can definitely kick that.
4-3 defense with this versus this bunch. Look, 3-step drop and wide open, but a missed opportunity there. Missed opportunity. Got to make that play. That's a catch and a turn for a first down easily. Tight triple. You got Jason Friends lined up at tight end. Next to him is Jay Bomber. Going to be a quick 3-step drop and nothing doing as Minnesota was all over that one. 14 seconds left in this first half.
So every play is open because you have the timeout there, but you definitely want to push that ball in the middle of the field, then call a timeout, then you bring your kicker on.
Going to be a 59-yard field goal from here. That's probably too far from Mickey's range. Going to try to get a little bit closer here. Going to toss this ball out. Weak side, but nothing doing. That did not fool this Denver defense. In fact, he might have lost half a yard. Tackled on the play by cornerback of this Denver defense. Safety, Tank Bennett. And that's going to do it. Time runs out. That's going to be the half. That's a disappointing way to end this first half if you're the Minnesota offense.
Extremely disappointing clock management if you're Minnesota. You had a good opportunity to try to cut the lead down to 4. Now you go into halftime thinking about that.
Great half by both these ball clubs as we get here some snapshots of the first half. And what do you think about this first half? What do you think both teams need to do if they're going to win this game, Anthony?
It's kicking up the aggressiveness. I like Denver. Denver's coming out with the spread, running the ball up the middle. For Minnesota, they're missing out on a lot of passes down the middle of the field. That they are getting tough with the pressure. Reynosa is getting in the backfield, so you got to double team block him to get that. But for Minnesota, you're still in this game, a touchdown, and you tie it up.
I'm with you. If I'm Minnesota, I slide the protection of the offensive line over there towards Hugo. I'm also getting my soon-to-be Hall of Fame running back, Colin Hart, a bit more involved in this offense. Nonetheless, we still got 2 quarters of football to play, ladies and gentlemen, of this SFL action. We kick off this Saturday slate of games. Denver's going to get the ball to start the second half. Mickey Manillo kicks the ball away. Going to be fielded at about the 1-yard line. Returning it and down at about the 21-yard line is Jeremy Mosley. He does it all. Are you kidding me? Former tight end, wide receiver, tailback, and now returning kickoffs too? Pay that man this money.
I'm all for it.
21-yard line. We've seen this formation a lot today. Doubles left, 3 wide receivers on the field versus this 4-2 defense. They're going to send a man in motion. Minnesota's playing off here. Going to toss this ball out to the left, but nothing doing as the run defense of both of these teams have come to play today.
Yeah, both teams are having problem getting consistent runs right here. That's just because the defense is just all over it and just attacking the running game.
Strong eye spread versus this nickel defense. This time they're playing a little bit tighter. Going to be a draw play right up the middle. But again, Minnesota keeping this Denver offense in third and long situations.
Yeah, now you know that they have to pass the ball. This is when I like to send pressure. It's third down. Don't let the quarterback get comfortable. Be careful. He can run the ball, so make sure you have a linebacker looking at him.
You saw head coach Michael Goodman on the sideline sending in a signal. It's going to be a trip set. 3 wide receivers off to the quarterback's left, and the ball down quick downfield. But a missed opportunity there. Perhaps a case of the Gator arms, because that should have been a first down.
Yeah, definitely looking at the hit before catching the ball, and he was nervous. You got to bring that in. That's a key play right there. Stop for Minnesota. You get the ball back really quickly. See what you can do.
Hate to call his name out, but Jay Farker, you got to come up with that catch. But nonetheless, Denver's going to punt this ball away to Minnesota. Going to get pretty good starting field position. Field at the 26 and returned out. E.J. Minson makes a man miss before finally being tackled at the 40-yard line. And for the first time today, we have a game update. Cam, take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Gage. And what a development we have in Oklahoma City. Richard Powers' first career touchdown for the Renegades. OKC leads 17-7 with 4:14 to go in the second over Charleston. Back to you.
Upset alert over there in OKC. Didn't think I'd see that one coming. 3-step drop by Johnny Reno. Finds the receiver, Deeza Powell, who's able to turn around, get upfield, and pick up 4 yards.
Long loss. I love throwing it to the running back. Sometimes you got to like checking down. There's nothing wrong. Gets you a couple yards. It gets you that good progression.
Johnny Reno, you see his numbers there, 10 of 16. Not playing bad, but not playing necessarily good either. Tight triple set, avoids the rushing, finds his receiver down the middle of the field, looks up at Eddie Gage and says, "What do you say about me not playing well? I just found my wide open wide receiver Jay Taylor for a big first down."
And this is what we wanted to see. They've been doing a lot of drag routes and stuff. We wanted you to push the ball down the middle of the field, test those safeties out for Denver, and that's what you did right there. Good throw and a catch.
Big throw and catch indeed. 33-yard line on the outskirts of Mickey Manilo's field goal range. Split twin set here. 4-3 defense. Man pressure. Here comes a blitz from the weak side. It comes. They throw the toss. And wow. Tackle for a loss in the backfield. This Denver run defense has come to play today. Blake Prine, former Houston headhunter, on a tackle.
3-time All-Star we saw right there coming from your strong safety position to make a beautiful solo tackle.
3-4 defense versus this bunch set. Get the ball out quick and finds his big tight end, 6'7", Jason France on the reception to give them a first down inside the SFL red zone.
And this is something we haven't seen all day today, Eddie. It's a good drive by Minnesota. Now you're in the red zone. This is something that they're good at. They score touchdowns at a high rate when they're in the red zone.
Split twins, man defense, and they are bringing heat on the left side of the field. Here comes the toss, and again, gang tackling is what it's going to take to bring down future Hall of Fame tailback Colin Hart.
So right now, you 2nd and 8. You know that you don't really want to get a field goal here. Go back over the middle, test those safeties out, push that pass over the middle.
3-4 defense, 2 tight ends on the field. Going to be a quick 3-step. And look out! Down goes Johnny Reno. Tackle in the backfield for a loss of about 3 yards. John Martin. We haven't called his name today, but he's known for making big-time plays in big-time moments.
And you know why? Because they sent pressure to the left side. The blockers did not move over, and that's a free shot to the quarterback. Like you said, Eddie, this 3-4 defense is giving Minnesota problems.
5 tackles and that sack. 3rd and long. Dime defense is going to be man-to-man. Off-ball pressure. Rolling out away from the pressure and finds a wide open. Are you serious? A wide open Deezer Powell on the strong side of the field, first down, and that's a touchdown saving tackle there by Denver. First and goal.
What a zip route. Fake going inside and then cut back out. Had the cornerback in a circle right there. Great job saving that touchdown tackle. But we're close. We're in the goal line situation.
Post corner route, wide open. No safety help. Gonna bring a man in motion. That's E.J. Menson coming to the near side of the field. Our joker set. Power eye upcoming. Gonna be a 3-6. They're gonna throw the ball and a missed opportunity as that ball was dropped. Bang, bang play as Denver's defense holds.
Ooh, that's dangerous. I know I said throw it over the middle, but not when you're this close into the red zone here. Look to your outside, look to the running backs in the flat, or just run it up that A-gap.
Michael Barrow on the tackle looking for a contract, stepping up. Our joker said again, 2 tight ends on the field, looking to hand this ball off to Colin Hart. They do, and they meet him right at the line of scrimmage for a gain of nothing. Third and goal.
Look, these linebackers came to play here, and this goal line defense is really tough to score because you got so little yardage to work with. It's all about the will, and can your offensive line give you the push that you need?
Strong eye jokers. Denver's going to shift away from the strong side. They're going to run it right up the gut and touchdown Colin Hart. Could not stop him for long.
No, it's back-to-back plays. You want to run the football. You want to show dominance on your offensive line. I guarantee the offensive line said, give us the ball. We will push it in. That's exactly what they did. They stalled. The 2 gap was wide open, and they just ran right there. Not even touch.
Mickey Manillo coming on for the game-tying extra point. Gonna knock this game up at 10. And just like that, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new ball game. 5:19 left in this third quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the SFL action here on the Virtual Football Network. If you may be asking yourself, what the heck is this I just tuned into? This week on the VFN, SFL Week 7 is on tonight, Saturday and Monday. And the UFL's final 2 weeks of the regular season continue Sunday and Wednesday. No other network gives you more football. The SFL lives on VPN. As Jeremy Mosley returns this ball out to the Denver 25-yard line, we got a lot of football left, and this game is yet to be decided here. We're knotted at 10.
Oh, yeah, this is a 0-0 ball game. So this is something that Denver can't be relaxed about. This is going to go down to the wire.
Looking to be that way indeed. 75 yards between Denver and the end zone. Trellis Blanton looking to strike back. Again, with this empty bunch look, with the bunch being to his right side. Going to be a quick 3-step drop. Surveys the defense, and that he is lucky was not intercepted because Minnesota was all over that one. Blake Prine with back-to-back plays on back-to-back drives.
Did their studies recognize that Denver is liking to throw the ball on the first down? So they came out there in a heavy zone to protect it. Now Denver has to play chess, counteract that with giving the ball to Bailey and Jeremy Mosley.
Doubles left look here. Second down and 10. Going to be another quick 3-step. Get this ball out for a pickup of about a half a yard and nothing else. This Minnesota defense in the second half has been playing lights out.
And we're starting to see the momentum meter shift over to Minnesota here. So Denver needs a big third down conversion right here. They need to get this first down.
Trips this time with the tailback offset here. First time we've seen this look today. 5-step drop, surveys the defense, gets the ball out, overthrows the receiver, and he is lucky that that ball was not intercepted by Derek Meerkat.
Just that felt kind of rushed.
Yeah.
Recognize that you had time. Your offensive line is doing a great job with the protection. You got to set your feet and make a good throw.
Quick 3 and out, and Minnesota is playing like they're the home team, Anthony.
Yeah, and you see they stayed in there with good defense. They just needed to put together a drive, and that's what they did.
Stiff arm. E.J. Menson picks up an additional 7 yards or so with that stiff arm, looking like a power back out there.
little shorter of a punt, and now with that great return, you're almost at midfield getting the ball back.
Yeah, I believe that Denver was kicking into the wind here in this third quarter. So now Minnesota's going to get great starting field position, 5 yards short of the 50. They come out. First time we've seen this look today. Pair slot, 2 tight ends off to his right, 2 receivers to his left. Going to be a quick 3-step drop. Look out. Got to get out of there, and he does before being blasted. Oh, my goodness. Johnny Reno lucky to get up after that hit. Picks up 7, though.
I mean, that's cool to show that you're tough. That's fantastic. But slide next time. Protect
Exactly.
yourself.
You are all-star quarterback. We need you out there, Johnny. 3-4 defense. I run it right up the A gap until they prove they can stop it. Anytime they show us this front, we're going to send E.J. Minton in motion to the far side of the field, 48-yard line. Going to be a weak power eye, and it falls about maybe 3 inches short of the first down marker is Colin Hart.
In third and inches right here, give it back to Colin Hart. I don't want to throw the ball. I think they got a good push right there, and that's how you're going to counteract this Denver defense right here. Go right at them.
Look at the corners and safeties all off the ball. This should be an easy pitch and catch. It is a pickup of about 2 yards and a first down by Isaac Knox.
I love it. Power O. Sometimes you got to just go to the basics of running, get a fullback, and just run right at him right there. I love the double team block between the center and the guard for a first down.
Triple set, 3 wide receivers on the field is man-to-man defense. Press man, that is. Going to be a dive off to the weak side. Colin Hart making a statement with it, along with this offensive line, picks up 4 yards. And that offensive line, Anthony, looking like the Arizona's Red Sea out there this drive.
Carly Forge, Alex Raven, Ruthie Raven, Griffin King doing a great job this drive, saying we're going to do smash mouth football right at Denver.
Again, weak side A gap, picks up about 6 yards this time is Isaac Knox. And this Denver defense, this front four, starting to look a bit tired.
Double team. I love it. Guard center, double team on that defensive tackle is wide open after that. That means Denver needs to bring some more bodies in the box. What's that going to do, Eddie? It's going to open up that passing game. That's exactly what they want.
That was a beautiful double team. I hope Ron Haynes highlights that this week on the Monday Night Show. Going to be another handoff. Look at the spacing. Picks up another 7. Oh, we got a man down. Oh, no. Blake Prime, who made back-to-back good plays on their last drive, is down and hopefully not out.
Key to their defense right there. Hopefully everything is okay. He can get back into the game because they need that type of playmaking ability.
Wow, that's a big loss for this Denver defense. The free agent from Houston. They went out there and got him for a reason, and hopefully if you're a Denver fan, he comes back into this game. But nonetheless, look at the safeties again off the ball. Strong-eyed jokers. What are they going to do here? Going to hand it off right up the A gap, and this time they collapse the front, the interior of their offensive line, and there's a gain of about 2 yards, third down and 1.
If that's going to be what they show in the box, only 6 defenders, and they're running away from Reynosa, that's going to get them good yardage. I'm staying on the ground.
3-4 defense, I would too. This should be an easy pitch and catch. But no! The nose tackle actually collapses the defensive line. Do you see him draw that double team? And it's 4th and inches here. They're going to force a field goal attempt here.
And that's the thing. That's key for a 3-4 defense is that nose tackle. If you can get the initial push on the center, it's going to cause a problem with the ISO running game.
Mickey right down Broadway again. That man better get a game ball so they go on and win this game.
And even though they didn't score, Eddie, that drive should scare Denver because they ran the football down their throats pretty effectively. So we're going to keep an eye on that going into the fourth quarter.
If they're able to continue to run a football like that, it's going to force a safety down into the box, which like you said, is going to open up the passing game.
It's going to tire out that defense, too, going into the fourth quarter.
Definitely kicking to the wind here as this ball is fielded at about the 1 yard line and returned out to about the 22. And again, we have another game break. Cameron, what you got for us?
Yeah, we had to show you this play here just before the end of the half. 3rd and 5, Charleston down 24-10. Watch Iman Kopech show the defender the ball with a pump fake, totally faked them out, and then delivered a 60-yard bomb down the field. Charleston ended up getting a field goal out of it. They're just going to the half. 24-13 Renegades. Back to you.
That game just pushing the half. That game is moving along rather slowly. Must be a lot of passing involved in that game. Nonetheless, strong eye spread here. Gonna handball off to his fullback, Ari Mills. First time he called his name in a while. He picks up about 6.
Yeah, it's been since the first quarter since we called Mills. I like that. In the first quarter, they did those fullback dives that were really effective, and it caught Minnesota off guard.
Second down and 5, and now Denver's trying to play some power football. They're gonna send a man in motion here. That's Mike Klinect coming to your near side. 4-3 defense. Gonna be a toss out to the strong side. And gets tackled about maybe a few just shy of the first down marker is Mosley.
Must have heard me talk about bouncing to the outside, and he did right there. Good job bouncing. Look, you get the extra yardage, 3rd inches right here. Go. I might go back to that fullback dive.
Strong eye jokers, it looks like it. That's going to be a power to the strong side, and great run there by Bailey O'Shaughnessy, who picks up a first down.
And great job by Mills leading the block up the field right there. Off tackle, going right off that tight end and tackle. Guard pulls over to the backside. Just basic smash mouth football.
Smash mouth football by both these teams here late in the 3rd quarter. 8 seconds left. Let's see if they get a play off. I think they will. Doubles left versus this 4-2 nickel defense. We haven't called Mark Meadows' name today. He's 3rd in the league in sacks. Going to toss the ball out to the right side away from Mark Mello and picks up 4 yards as this 3rd quarter comes to a conclusion.
We're setting up for a really great 4th quarter here. Hang tight.
Put your 4s up, ladies and gentlemen. The 4th quarter is about to be underway. About 7 yards short of the 50 is Denver to start this 4th quarter. Strong eye jokers, 2 tight ends on the field trying to play some smash mouth football. Going to be a dive to the fullback, Ari Mills, who kind of nips and tucks his way up and about an inch short of the first down marker. He did everything right there, but lower his shoulder to pick up the first.
Yeah, now 30 inches. Minnesota, I would not set back. You know they want to run the football. That's what they're doing this drive. Put a blitz here.
Strong power eye again and barely pick up the first down there is Bailey O'Shaughnessy. And I don't know, Minnesota might want to take a look at that one.
Yeah, that's something that I would double check in the booth and see where that was.
They're going to elect to save that timeout, though. We are in the 4th quarter, and who knows, they just might need it. Triple left set here. Going to be a sweep out to the strong side, but nothing doing. A pickup, they're going to give him a generous spot, some home cooking there. A pickup of about 2 yards before being tackled by Stephen Black.
Now, both teams are trying to show that they can run the football here. Just running the football is all about a mentality to have, and that's what they're trying to show off here.
Triple left set, 3-step drop, looking to get the ball out quick. Finds a wide open receiver. But a bang play. Logan Keel unable to come up with the football. Great hit there on him by Blake Prime. Excuse me.
Yeah, that was Chris Stash, former Nashville Temple right there, just laying a great hit.
Great hit, 3rd down and 8, a missed opportunity there. I thought that was going to be a catch for a first down, but nonetheless, 3rd down and 8. Got to be careful here. Man-to-man defense they're playing. Looks like they're going to be playing off-man here. Going to roll out. Great blitz pickup and finds a wide open Logan Keel, and a great pass. Hits him on his outside shoulder away from the defense. Excuse me, that wasn't Logan Keel. That was Dylan Lewis on the reception there. But nonetheless, great reception, and the ball was thrown on his outside shoulder away from the 3 Minnesota defenders. First down, Denver.
Shout out to Bailey with the pickup on the blitz right there. The running back can do more than just run the football. They got to be able to block. That gave enough time for that first down to throw.
I spread. First time we've seen this, looking a while for Denver. Going to hand the ball off to the strong side. And look at Beatty. Look at the defender as he runs by him. Kind of looking at him like, hey, now you see me, now you don't. You're going to need help from a teammate to bring me down. Pick up of 8 yards.
Big run on first down here. Now 2nd and 2. The playbook opens up. You don't have to throw the football. You can run it again.
Our twins look. Mike Klinek off to the quarterback's left side. Going to be a toss out to the right side, but nothing doing it. This Minnesota defense stands tall again. A loss of about half a yard, and guess who? Matthew Alvarado on yet another stop.
And you don't want this drive to stall here. Big 3rd and 2. Looks like they're going to set up and they want to run the football. I think they have confidence in the running game right now.
Alvarado needs one more tackle to give him 10 on the day. He came to play. Going to be a dive right up the A-gap for a pick up first down and more. Bailey O'Shaughnessy picks up about 5 yards and moves the chains.
Textbook, I love it. Spread the ball, spread them out on 3rd down, showing pass, and run a halfback dive right up the middle.
Got to take advantage of this field goal, of this field position here. You want to come up with at least 3, but you don't want to squander away and get greedy either. But nothing doing as Minnesota's been on top of this off tackle play here all game long. 2nd and 11.
Yeah, Eddie, you know Minnesota wants to get an interception. That one drive when they had 2 knockdowns in the red zone, they're going to be lurking for it. So Denver has to be able to protect the football and be careful.
Triple right set, quarterback surveys the defense, throws a solid strike downfield. He is lucky that ball was not intercepted. Wow, that was a gift that he gave Minnesota, but they did not unwrap it.
I told you, they are looking for that interception. They've been lurking for it the last time Denver was in the red zone. You got to be careful with that. You're okay with setting up a field goal because it'll tie the ball game up. But if you're going to throw that pass, make sure you are looking at the whole field.
David Leathers, one of the most active people in the SFL. He supports everyone's team content. Comes up with that deflection, but it should have been a pick. They're going to bring the blitz off to the weak side. He scrambles away from it, looks downfield, finds a wide open receiver. First down, 1st and goal inside the SFL red zone is Denver. Great reception there by Dylan Lewis.
Great reception, but what a way to, you're about to get hit. And that's Trevor Blandon knew he was going to get hit, but deliver a strike across the field. That's a tough throw right there and a big 3rd down.
And another rub route to get his receiver wide open. Strong eye jokers, 4-3 defense. Strong safety is down in the box. The free safety is down in the box, but nonetheless going to be a toss up the middle. R.E. Mills picks up about 3 yards inside the 5.
All right, so this is Denver time to show that they have the mentality to run the football this close to the end zone here. It's going to be tough to pass it. It's short yardage. So you want to rely on your offensive line to give you that push.
Goal line defense. Going to be a zone look out of Minnesota. Going to be a strong power again. Trying to get the end zone, but comes up about 2 yards short is Jeremy Mosley.
So the call here, 3rd down, to be honest, I'm keeping it in. I'm running the ball. I am going straight at him. No pulling guards. No, just run straight at him.
Where's Mark Mello? We haven't heard from him all day. 3rd in the league in sacks coming to this game. Going to hand the ball off, running away from him. It's going to be a touchdown. R.E. Mills. Denver retakes the lead.
I don't think there was no other play to call right there. Run it with Mills up the middle, fullback dive, and let's see if he can get to the end zone. That's exactly what he did. Good job with the kickout block by that right guard over there. Beautiful play and a great drive for Denver.
This extra point by Jordan Bradshaw is important because it's going to give him a 4-point lead and not allow Minnesota to tie it with a field goal. It is up and it is right down the middle. Good job for Jordan Bradshaw. 18 plays, 78 yards, over 6 minutes. Time of possession. What a drive there, as Mike Dagg says in the chat.
That is a really statement drive. 4 quarters winding down right here. That's exactly what you need for Denver. Now, Minnesota, this is your time to respond. You got time.
EJ mentioned it, elects to bring it out of the end zone and brings it out to about the 25-yard line. 5:08 left in this contest. Minnesota with all 3 timeouts Will this be their last opportunity? We shall see, but plenty of time for them to stay within their offense and keep all heart involved.
And the thing is, they ran the football really effectively last drive. I will not go away from that. You got time.
Pair slot, 2 tight ends off to his left. Going to be a dive right up the middle, but Minnesota stuffs the A-gap. Nothing doing. 2nd down and 10.
Ooh, that right there was studying last drive and putting some more pressure up the middle. Let's see Minnesota if they can respond. They're probably going to go to a more of a passing if they can't get a good push.
4-3 defense. Minnesota looking like they're playing robber or cover 3. It's going to be actually a weak blast 3, but wow, Colin Hart breaks 1 tackle, unable to break the 2nd. Excuse me, that's Isaac Knox on a carry. 3rd down and 5 upcoming.
Key 3rd down, because you don't want to give the ball back, because if you do, Denver can run out this clock essentially the way they run the football. So you got it. You know you're going to pass it most likely. Key.
Biggest 3rd down of the game for both teams. Going to be nickel defense, man to man. They're going to bring the blitz. Blitz is picked up well. Going to try to scramble and pick up the 1st down. He's going to get it, and he slides. Oh, he doesn't slide. He gets hit, and lucky to hold on to the football is Johnny Reno as he got hit from the blind side.
Hey, Johnny, slide. It's okay.
Slide.
Great job, you know, getting out of the pocket. The offensive line, they protected. They picked up the blitz. Just get down. You got the 1st down. Get out of bounds.
2-time All-Star, season 23 MVP. Young man, they need you. Act like it. Bunt set versus this 3-4 defense. Denver shifting responsibility. He's going to hand it off to the strong side. Great run defense, but wow, look at Colin Hart fighting and chucking his legs to pick up 6 yards.
That was a tough 6 yards. Ran over top of him. Good job with the push from the offensive line. They saw the blitz and they ran away from it. Everything that you needed to do.
Carly Ford is acting as a pulling guard, but actually plays tackle on that play, but nonetheless pulling double duty. Strong eye jokers looking to hand the ball off up the A-gap, and Isaac Knox comes about an inch short of the 1st down marker. And again, on back-to-back drives, Minnesota's run game is dictating pace.
Yeah, especially because the first half, they didn't run the football well. They're doing a lot better job the 2nd half here. Let's see if they can pick up this 1st down.
Look at this soft box by Denver. I'm running right up the A-gap again, but they're going to go power off to the left side and picks up the 1st down nonetheless. 1st down, just short of the 40. Minnesota's run game, this offensive line is setting the tone here in the entire 2nd half.
If, you know, Louis Quintana got to be able to make that tackle. You make the tackle, you stop them. Now it's a 1st down. Clock keeps going.
Split twins, strong safety is in the box. They're going to run his way. And guess who? Number 99, Hugo Reynosa, again, putting his name etched in stone in this game. That's a loss of 3.
And he couldn't be quiet the whole entire game. So, welcome back. Big play.
Nickel defense versus these 4 wide receivers. Going to be a quick 3-step drop. Surveys the defense all day to throw, and it's picked off. And Thomas, the best slot corner in the business, came out here. He's a starter these days in Denver, and he makes his name known. He must have known Eddie Gage was calling this ball game, because he comes up with a big-time pick.
Big time is an understatement. Recognizing that he had a safety help behind him, undercut the route, it could have just sealed the game for Denver on a huge play.
Huge play indeed, as Denver still got work left to do. This game is far from over, as Minnesota again still has all 3 timeouts. So Denver, no time to celebrate yet. You still got work to do. And look at this formation. Not quite sure what that is, but they're going to run it right up the weak side A-gap and picks up about 6 yards.
Super big formation, double tight ends. They just said, hey, we're going to run the football, and they know it. So Minnesota, you got to put a little bit more people in the box. They're going to want to chew the clock. They're going to make you want to burn your timeouts. You got to bring some heat.
I'm going to have to do some research and see what that play was, but nonetheless, strong power eye. Gonna hand this ball off with a strong power. Oh, nothing doing as this Minnesota defense burns a timeout. That's gonna be their first timeout burn. They have 2 remaining here in this game.
So you got to think Denver's probably going to run the ball because they want you to burn the timeout, bring some pressure, bring the blitz up that A gap. They want you to run it. Be careful on that fullback dive.
Strong power I. Back-to-back plays. They dialed it up. Gonna hand it off this time to R.E. Mills, who's gonna fight and pick up a first down. Great block by the center and the left guard to give him the space that he needed to pick up that first down. And I don't think you understand just how great of a responsibility that was to pick up that first down. You hand that ball to the fullback, not the tailback, so he has no lead blocker. Great block by the left guard in the center.
That double team has been money all day in the second half right there. And one of the ways to essentially seal the game with a run play from your fullback when you didn't see it. That double team blocking, that is so underrated. That's how you get a good push when you can get to the second level and make a key block like they just did Denver.
It did seal the game because Minnesota is out of timeouts and Trellis Blanton is in his favorite formation of the game in practice, and that's victory formation. Milking this clock as much as he can. Gonna probably bring it down to about 2 seconds left on the play clock. Trying to draw the defense off sides. The game is already over. You have to do all that, but we get it. He's gonna take a knee. Gonna be a loss of 2, but he doesn't care about that. His biggest proponent route now is the clock.
What a game for Denver right here. This is something they needed to get back into the win column. And it was a grind. This was a great game, Eddie, for your first game. You did absolutely remarkable. It was an absolute pleasure being in the box with you with this game. And this was a big win for Denver.
Yo, SFL Nation, the action is not over. The grind does not stop. After this, later on, stay tuned in to the VFN network. Mexico City travels to Florida, and Detroit takes on Fort Worth. Coverage starts at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. The SFL lives on the Virtual Football Network. This clock strikes down to 0. You can see the owner of Denver Nightwings, Jeremy Vega, in the SFL chat, actually giving shout-outs to his squad, congratulating them on a victory. Minnesota, they came in here to play today, but unfortunately for them, comes up just short. They're going to fall to 2-3. Denver gets their first win in 3 weeks. They propel to 3-2 and get the victory, 17-13. For my partner here, Anthony Ellison, myself, Eddie Gage, we got Cam in the stat truck. In a booth over there, pushing all the buttons, making us look smarter than we already are. Then we got the guys in the stat truck, Ron Haynes and company, along with Mark Mello, former Scorpion, now putting in work playing in the snow for the Minnesota Legion. Hey, y'all, it's been a great game. Love calling this one. This is my first time doing play-by-play, and as you can tell, I was really nervous, y'all. I don't know how I did to y'all, but any feedback would be greatly appreciated, whether it's positive or negative. I'm always looking to get better, whether it be as a coach, broadcaster, contributor, whatever it takes to make the SFL grow. We all here for it. Yo, everybody, for Anthony, for Mark, for Ron, for Cam, and everybody else putting in work behind the scenes. I'm Eddie Gage, Arizona. I love y'all, man. We got a good win to get us back on track, but the grind don't stop, y'all. We got another tough one next week. We out of here, y'all. Peace.